What's going on, folk? Another day, another rainy video. That's okay, because we out here in Florida. Could be some water in the camera. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? In this video, we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna do the waffle Civic. We're gonna do the silver R35, which we haven't touched in several months now that I think about it. And we're gonna do a little spicy car over there. Not the Civic, not the Integra, the one over there. So stick around, check it out, and after the intro, you already know.
DJ. The tables turned really back one time. Okay, Tony touch.
It's so tremendous.
Tony Todd. Yo, I be the mic smoker. I can show you
that underground music, riding in the years with the chopping out use. Put your title up, you'll lose. I approve it. Matter of fact, I stamped and approved. Straight underground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame niggas how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. Cause hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. Hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. I can show you lame niggas how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. Cause hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. Hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanna get with me and fuck her money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanna threesome and her best friend is a dyke. Known around the way, I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got her titties done and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every nigga pie. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper BM. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gon' get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Hoes gon' be hoes, I just call it how I see them. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You meet a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame niggas how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. Cause hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. Hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. I can show you lame niggas how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. Cause hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. Hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen a freak that went the record. She was peeking out the cover, she said, Gigi, wait, you yeah. Grew up down the street, my uncles beating up her brothers. I said, bitch, jumping back, she been lit, fuck you at. She was just running packs, Emmitt Smith, running back. She had her making sales, bubbling, just caught her body, then she got me paying bail. Painting nails, calling me sound like the heads of the way I be chasing tail. Push it, bitch, you know she got them
Brands of the bed.
I'm in Miami, so we know the measures.
Fans of the
I called her door back with a 50, she wanted the titties at the BBL. She said, who? Bitch, you bout to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on all these trippy hoes. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes.
I can show you lame niggas how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. Cause hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. Hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. I can show you lame niggas how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. Cause hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. Hoes gon' be hoes, they come with a wish list. Dreads to the top, gold in my mouth, water. Hoes by the flock, no, let me stop water. And I keep a Glock, nah, it's a Glock 40. Hands on the knot, hands on your back, water. She gon' bust it open for a nigga in designer. That's gon' be the reason why she let you get behind her. You might be the nigga that's gon' probably wanna dine her. I'ma take her home, only using one liner. Pull up in a navigator truck excursion. That bitch on the side of me, half Persian. I don't got a car, but I got car service. So many chains make her feel nervous. Quick, I meant to say my chick from Nicaragua. Put her on the team cause we both making dollars. Hit her with the stroke, get her wet like aqua. If she was a bop, I would hit, then I drop her. Hang with the bros cause you know blood to go. I miss is my role, so we pour more liquor. And you don't want smoke, you don't want no swisher. Cause you don't want war with a South Florida nigga. Miami-Dade on my motherfucking back. I'm polo down to the socks, to the nutsack. It's R.I.P. X and R.I.P. Tree. I'ma do it for my dog, this for all of my G's. Dress to the top, gold in my mouth, water. Hoes by the flock, no, let me stop water. And I keep a Glock, nah, it's a Glock 40. Hands on the knot, hands on your back, water. She gon' bust it open for a nigga in designer. That's gon' be the reason why she let you get behind her. You might be the nigga that's gon' probably wanna dine her. I'ma take her home, only using one-liners.
Crossed up, came a long way from being a manager. Glocks up with the sticks and the clips looking like banana. Never pay for pussy, these bitches ain't getting nothing. My name alone gon' make me piss at your hoe like a bun. In my city, riding verse with Uzi, Lil Uzi Vert. Every week another funeral, only time we go to church. Run another rubbers down the 10 and go to Spurgeon. Step up in the seat so fresh, so clean like a detergent. Quit the cut a pussy nigga, I'm just like a surgeon. I'ma need a burger cause a young nigga be hurting. Slide like a Taliban with a turban. Pull up all black in the Suburban. Cause he ain't died, so we gotta slide back, Mike Thriller. Pay my young nigga to get you whacked for 5 figures. They gon' rip him, flip him, cut his ass up, put him in a box and ship him.
Dress to the top, gold in my mouth, water. Hoes by the flock, no, let me stop water. And I keep a Glock, nah, it's a Glock 40.
Alright, so check me out. It's dumb, but the Waffle Civic, if you don't know, you're new to the channel, this car right here is a car we're gonna be doing a waffle on, and it's a cool little car, but it's not done. We're not together, and the cool thing about this car is that the things we do to it are going to involve you, the subscriber, you, the viewer, not the viewer, you, the subscriber, or you, the follower. You know what I'm saying? Instagram or right here on the channel right here. You know what I'm saying? Boom. This car has a JDM single cam in it with an either LSD transmission or a locker gear transmission. So it's got a special transmission in it. AC, full interior, has right now these cool ass wheels. And as you saw in the video, we pull the wheels, the blue wheels off to put these wheels on because the blue wheels are track wheels. So with them being track wheels, they have, well, track wheels, right? Track wheels. They have 200 tread wear tires on them. I don't want to leave them on this car, drive around and burn them up for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you kind of just throw away the money. You know what I'm saying? So these wheels came off of the red Civic, that what you saw in the video, which we pulled the brake calipers off of. Now this car, since I put the car together and I've been driving it around, the whole time I'm driving it, I've always heard the front brake rotors just making noise as they go, and no matter what I do when I stop the car, they seem to not work. So car still stopped pretty fine for the most part, but then again, not driving fast. I'm not in a scenario where it's like, oh, I have to like hit the brakes really hard to make sure I stop. So it's just like, well, that's a lot of lightning, but it's just like, I just didn't feel like the front brakes were really doing its job. Plus, with the way I hear the brake rotors going, I'm like, yeah, there's no way there's a caliper grabbing on it and cleaning off the rotor. You know what I mean? So like, I had to make sure that we get the car right and tight, especially because someone is going to end up winning this car. You know what I mean? So the cool thing about this is I put the new brakes on. I did test drive it. They seem to work, but I think I need to add a little more fluid and probably bleed it one more time. I did my vacuum brake bleeder, which actually works really well, but I gave the car a quick bleed because I had other, not this stuff, but I had other things that I still had to do on the agenda. For example, those of you that know, when it rains a lot, hold on. You know, if it rains a lot, the grass grows a lot. So I'm fucking mowing the grass like every day practically, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't there, we right here, you know what I'm saying? Shout it, damn, you know what I'm saying? You know the crazy part about this car is the AC in this car actually is colder and works better than the one that's in my Civic that's inside. Not this car that's in there, you know what I'm saying? I'm super impressed with this car. So this car is gonna have some more work done here this week. If you haven't seen it already or whatever the case is, I will be doing the first, I'm gonna be doing for this car poles essentially, right? And on the poles, it's gonna be, you know, the styling of the car. Do we do like a conjo style? Do we do stance? Do we do, you know, whatever the case is? You guys get to vote on it, and whatever you vote on makes it become what we're gonna do. So you guys are gonna dictate how we're gonna make this car. So if the car is ugly as hell, it's gonna be your fault for voting it to make it look ugly. You know what I'm saying? So with that, sometime this week on Instagram and on YouTube as well, we're going to be doing the first iteration of the first voting on this car, which I think is going to be really cool. Kind of want to get you guys hype on it. I mean, I want to get hype on it, but as you see in the video, a lot of work needs to be done. We're going to be working on this car for a little while. I think it's going to be really cool. Hopefully you guys pick some cool styling. That way the car is going to be tight overnight. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, we changed up the brakes. We've been doing some things to it. I've been driving the car a little bit here and there, and I'm trying to feel out the suspension. It has D2 coilovers on it, which in my opinion, they work, but I'm definitely gonna need to adjust them to see if I can change the range in which they dampen. Hopefully that's the case. If not, then I'll probably end up taking the coilovers off my personal Civic and putting them on here, because I know the way those feel. I mean, if you guys go for stance, then we're just gonna dump the fuck out of the car and that's gonna be it, you know what I'm saying? But if we don't go for stance and we go for like a conjo style, I feel like maybe if I can't get the coilovers to dial in a little bit better, then, you know, I'll probably end up putting a different set of coilovers on it to make it more dialed in. And I'll just have to figure something out for my own car, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we'll see how it goes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no big deal. Bled all the brakes. Like I said, did a quick bleed, and just like, to be fair, I'm feeling more like the quick bleeds never go the way I want them to, but quick bleed, I'm pretty sure the brakes are working in the front now. I mean, I know they're working, but like, I want it to, I don't know. And it still feels kind of funny. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe it's like the master or if it's the booster. You know what I'm saying? So like, if that's the case too, well, I have another car still. I can take it from it and put it on this car. So I know the other car worked in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's also, I've driven it like a couple times just to see if I could. Wow, look at that. I don't know if you can see this random spider web floating in the air. But the other car, I drove it a few times, but it was really only driving to make sure that the motor, I was trying to worry about the motor, not the chassis. Where this car, I'm worried about everything, you know what I'm saying? Because whoever ends up winning the car, I want you to be able to get in it and drive it, and you relatively don't have to worry about anything. It still is a 90s car with a lot of, you know, 90s parts in it, but besides those things, I want to have the car being as daily driver as humanly possible. That way, if you, like, a wheel bearing goes out or some shit down the road, you know, okay, you gotta change the wheel bearing, you know, regular shit, but like, I want whoever gets the car to basically have a turnkey car. AC works, radio works, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can drive it, it's not gonna overheat in traffic, it's not gonna, you know, do whatever, you know what I'm saying? As daily driver as it should ever be, you know what I mean? And if you know old Hondas, man, you already know that, like, yeah, you can daily drive old Hondas, but like, a lot of guys, the Hondas are super clapped out. They're always just like not in good shape, you know what I mean? So like, it's harder to have them in good shape and in really good working order unless you fully restore them. Or not fully restore them. I'm not going to fully restore my car. I'm not going to fully restore any cars, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where we're at with this. So stay tuned for voting on this car. We're going to start with the first vote, which I think is most important, is the styling direction. That's going to be, again, like a stock style car or a conjo style or like a stance style, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to go in those directions. Honestly, I might even put like a street style in there as well, where it's just like I don't know what you would call a street style. I like the conjo idea just because, like, honestly, the Integras are kind of a good example. That car right there. Boom. Some really meaty fucking wheels and, you know, some really cool aero and shit. And to be fair, these wheels actually sit really aggressive on a Civic. These would actually fit really nice in the Integra, but these sit super aggressive on the Civic, so I know if I lower it down some more, it's gonna fit really tight to the fucking quarters, which is also really cool. So like, with these tires, these wheels set up on this car, this is already more towards the Conjo style. You know what I mean? Once I lower the car down a bit more, you know, we paint it, we do all that cool shit, then the wheels will present themselves better. You know what I'm saying? But if you end up doing, if you guys end up voting for some stance or some shit, then that ain't the wheels. You know what I mean? So we gotta do some shit on that. So let's get into the next thing, because I haven't touched this car in several months, and these parts that I got installed in this car I got like in the beginning of the year. So yeah, stick around, check it out. You know what I'm saying?
If you a member, throw the gang up. I don't care if I get famous, I'ma still be out here banging, twisting bangers, staying dangerous. If you a member, throw the gang up. I don't care if I get famous, I'ma still be out here banging, twisting bangers, staying dangerous. Did a CAT scan at the doctors, they say I got money on my brain. Got some lungs filled up with weed and my bladder filled up with drink. They say, oh, T-Boy, your ass stink, cause I walked in smelling like dank. Call my Glock Johnson, the AK Drake, I'ma shut down the engine and scratch off the paint. Oh, till you sound like Kevin Gates to the baby. These fools ain't got no flow like me. I'ma hit them with a Mac and they gon' drop to their knees. I'll be chillin' too cold, feeling like an IC. Matter of fact, I'm in the Cadillac and ride a red clean. Bitch, I started from the bottom, now I'm living like a king. T-Pain when it bang bang, I let it sing. If I take the head off, I'ma knock out the team. Methazine, clip look like a limousine. Come fuck with the team, show you how to get this green. Gangsta in my jeans, Glock 19 in my Levi jeans. They like, what the fuck you mean when you say you off the lean? If you a member, throw the gang up. I don't care if I get famous, I'ma still be out here banging, twisting bangers, staying dangerous. If you a member, throw the gang up. I don't care if I get famous, I'ma still be out here banging, twisting bangers, staying dangerous.
All these guys certified, I'm in Houston with my kind. You got walk, you know I want it. Sip every line till I'm fried. Having back-to-back shows, so many racks on me right now. Still fuck with them basic hoes.
And here we are, folks. Bam, right here. Hold on, I almost dropped this damn camera. Man, I gotta be honest, this car, I have driven it, I think 2 or 3 times this year. Like, that's it. Once was, I don't know, somewhere. The second time was to the Swerve car show, which I didn't film any of. And then the third time I went to, Cletus McFarland had a expo out there in Bradenton, Florida, which is not close to me at all. So I went down to that, check it out. He had some speaking panels and some other things like that. And I'm like, well, I want to take my, I would consider probably one of my more comfortable vehicles, which is this car. But, oh, yeah, that's what it was. The first time I drove the car earlier this year, I was taking my wife to the airport, and that's when I had the mishap of my panels get yanked down, air got trapped underneath it, and I drug it for half an hour, and it just destroyed it. And I still have one of the panels somewhere here because like I just refuse to throw it away for whatever reason. It's kind of stupid, but I'm just like, yeah. But yeah, drove my wife to the airport, dropped her off in this thing because this car is really comfortable. It's fun to drive. It's obviously, it makes good power. It's fast. It's fun. But I'd say comfortability is the biggest thing for me because like I don't like what do you call those? Not coupes. I don't like sports. I love the way sports cars look. I don't like the way they feel. 2-seaters, right? 350Zs, S2000, Miata. I don't like being like fucking cramped up in these cars like that. You know what I'm saying? A coupe is straight because a coupe is, you know, still sporty, but you get the openness of having room. You know what I'm saying? And being a tall guy myself, the R35 is a chassis that is more open, more comfortable. The seat's more comfortable. Like my wife's Super, for example, I love that car, but I can't drive it for more than like half hour before like it's just uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm also older, so like it hurts my fucking back and shit. And like this car, I ended up spending, I think, almost close to 6 hours drive time in this thing and like just cooling the whole time. Cruise control, simple to work. You know what I'm saying? Like my radio is good, even though I probably dropped $1,500, $1,800 on the radio, making sure I have all my OEM components working and shit like that. So like the car was working. But that day when I drove my wife home from the airport and my under tray came down. As you saw, the under tray panels, they start in the front bumper here and they go all the way back to here, right? So it's a long distance of being a flat under section. And to be fair, with the car also being this low, as you can see, it's slammed. By the way, this is Florida's lowest GTR. Thank you very much, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, how you doing? But it doesn't come without its damages, you know what I'm saying? It's damages, you know what I mean? But from the car being so slammed, every time I've driven the car, you go on the highways and like, for the most part, Florida actually has pretty good roads, especially if you consider like up north, all the roads are shit for the most, a lot of, you know, they're just like a lot of roads are beat up, destroyed, and like they go through a lot of abuse. Where Florida roads, like, we don't have like harsh winters. We got winter, but it's not harsh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just pretty much all hot all the time. We get rain, so we don't get like the seasons like, you know, everybody else does. So our roads are actually in general pretty good. But when you go on the highways, a lot of times you're cooling, you're chilling, out of nowhere the fucking thing's got a massive fucking jump in it somewhere. And for a standard car, probably not that big of a deal, but when you have some shit like this, you know what I'm saying, you got problems. And I've bottomed the car out several times over the years I've had it. Damn, I've had this car since 2022, I think. Yeah, I think I got this car in like 2022. And this thing, man, I tell you, like, when I first put the coilovers and the wheels on it, I actually was lower than this, but then like the car was pretty much undrivable. So I raised it up to where it's at now, which, to be fair, I'm probably gonna raise it up again in the future by like another quarter, maybe half an inch more, because I want to do a whole different fitment style in the car, but we're not there right now. So anyways, from all the years of it being this low, I've bottomed out the sections a lot. So I can only imagine. Now, there was one specific time I can remember where I'm driving on the highway, you're doing like, you know, 80 realistically, and out of nowhere, all the cars in front of me just locked the shit up, and I was on cruise control. I'm just, you know, on the way. I was like at a tattoo appointment or some shit in Orlando, and they just fucking locked the shit up in the middle of the highway. And I'm like, oh fuck. Dive on the brakes. But the problem is, when you have a sports car like this and you dive on the brakes, 9 times out of 10, whoever's behind you isn't in a sports car, or doesn't have the reaction time, or whatever the case is. So yeah, you stop fast and you don't crash into the person in front of you, but then the person behind you can't stop fast enough because you stop too fast. They fucking run in the back of you. I didn't want that to happen to me, which it damn sure almost did. And I yanked the fucking wheel, dove the car off the highway, which, I mean, come on, dog. There's nowhere to go off the highway in this thing. So that was probably like the leading cause for that, beating up the under panels, the under trays and stuff like that. And then after driving it around a few more times, I didn't drive the car that much. I stopped driving the car as much at that time. So a few more times of driving it, and I decided to do a fat pull on the highway, and it just, the air got underneath, yanked it down, and that was it. Now also, all the under trays are held on by 10mm bolts, and the car being so low, I've actually, every time I bottom out the car, like, you shave the bolts down, right? And so every time I have to do an oil change, it's just the mid panel. Now, technically speaking, if I did just an oil change, well, no, doesn't work like that. You gotta take the panel down, which is simple. A couple 10mm bolts, no big deal, boom, pull it off. But because the heads are always shaved, there's like no heads left. So whenever I tighten the bolts, I don't go crazy, because one, it's a 10mm, right? And but first of all, and then second of all, it's like, there's like nothing there. So it's easy to strip them off, like as soon as you use the impact, even a wrench, ratchet, whatever you're using, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I end up having to get vice grips, clamp them on there, and then like crack it loose and, do the whole shit. So anyways, we changed them out, and the panels I changed them out with are off of the newer GTRs, because these ones, the panels for this one were actually all flat underneath. And if you noticed in the video, this section's flat. The oil pan section, or the oil pan section actually raises up like this, and then the next section flat here actually has a triangle that has a little scoop out of it, right? The other, my original panels were just, for the most part, just all flat. So that's like the newer car shit. So I'm like, I can only assume that like they improved it a little bit somewhere, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But in Florida, we have now the super speeder law. So if you're caught doing triple digits, you're going straight to jail. If you do 50 miles an hour over the posted speed limit, you're going straight to jail. So it's like, and now they're going really hard about this by doing like drones and stuff, and like they're getting real fucking extra about it, you know what I'm saying? And I get it, like people kind of hauling ass. 95 in Florida has always been known for people just hauling ass in general, but it's just like other states, the highway speeds are fucking 80 miles an hour, you know what I'm saying? Like here in Florida, we got it at 70, so it's just like we could just up this shit, you know what I'm saying? But not everyone's good at driving, whatever the case is, you know, whatever. So that's where we're at, you know what I mean? But it was fun to drive this car. Like I said, I went to Cletus's event and I drove it all the way there. Cool, calm, collected, comfortable. Spent probably about 6 hours of travel time in the car altogether. So it's like, she drove great, she ran good, you know what I'm saying? Like, had the music blasting the whole ride home, had the windows down, you know what I'm saying? She does eat a little bit of gas, but you know, she's a good time. I really enjoy driving this car, but because it's bad on gas and because it's slammed, and also because I massively damaged this fender, it makes me kind of not want to drive it. I also damaged the bumper. This shit happens when you go fast. This is like, all the GTRs do this shit, which sucks, but you know, that's from me bumping shit, you know, being slammed as fuck, you know, stuff like that. But I have another bumper for this, which is actually sitting right over there, but I need more pieces for that bumper, so we're not going there right now. But anyways, it's fun to drive this car, but like when you have stuff like this, they're so light, they're so nimble, they're good on gas, you can beat them up and you're not going too fast. They're actually a lot of fun. This is fun in its own way, you know what I'm saying? I love driving this car. I like being comfortable, I like being chilling, and like, also, since it makes power, you give it gas, like you're just getting through traffic, you can haul ass like this real easy. I was doing a lot of passing cars on my way back on a back road. I took a lot of back roads on the way home, not on purpose, but it was like the faster route. You know what I'm saying? So like, I passed tons of cars and it's just like, you just go from 6th gear to 5th gear real quick. You don't really have to drop gear, but it's easier to drop gear. You just go like 5th gear and and you're fucking there, you know what I'm saying? So let's stop talking some bullshit and let's hit the last part of the video real quick, you know what I'm saying? Got some other cool little shit happen. Not cool shit, but like necessary shit for future plans, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit.
Used to be a taker, now I'm loaded like a baked potato. Ride the beat like 20 East on McAfee, I'm indicator. Richer than my off, these niggas broke as fuck, ain't no debating. Bitch say I'm a trip, I told her, nah, ho, I'm on vacation. Only time you gon' see Gucci boulders at the laundromat. Only time you gon' take Gucci, ho, if he don't want a back. Only time you gon' see Gucci broke is if I rock a cash. The only time you gon' see Gucci mad if I'm on your ass. This bitch think I'm a dummy. Only time she call for money. Texting back with LOL, but I don't find shit funny. The only time I bring my soft top out is when it's sunny. I bought like Hugh Hefner, baby, I got Playboy bunnies. I'm in town for one night only, pull up with your buddies. Don't ever put your hands on walk, cause that'll be your only time. I know that's just a misdemeanor, but that'll be your only crime. Watching the camera from the shower. The only time I'm going soft is when I'm selling powder. The only time a nigga fronted me way back in 95. The only time I ever need some help when I turn 99. And money talks and bullshit run 1,000 miles, you never lie. And funerals only time I go to church is when somebody die. A private plane just me, myself and I think it's time to fly. We taking off. R.I.P. the tape, we'll meet you in the sky. Used to be a taker, now I'm loaded like a baked potato. Ride the beat like 20 East on McAfee, I'm indicator. Richer than my off, these niggas broke as fuck, ain't no debating. Bitch say I'm a trip, I told her, nah, ho, I'm on vacation. Only time you gon' see Gucci boulders at the laundromat. Only time you gon' take Gucci, ho, if he don't want it.
We back in the rain, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, off camera, the 350Z used to be here, which it's now there. And that's because the reason for me wanting to change the tires out on my Regal, right? We're gonna leave this all buried because it's just stuck with a lot of shit. But the reason for this car being buried the way it is, or moving them, is because I actually need to do work on that structure there. And I don't want to risk damaging the Regal because the Regal is actually an important car to me. Yeah, cars, it's important to me. I mean, I guess they're all important to me. Everything's important to me, but it's important to me because like it's the project I have that I want to do with this car is going to be really, really cool. And if you don't know, might as well tell you because you already hear that white truck way back there behind the old waffle Civic. The V8 out of that truck is going to go in this Regal. That's going to power this car and make it work. But before I do that, I got a cam and, you know, a whole bunch of extra cool shit because you can't just put a V8 in this shit and then just drive around. That ain't stunting, dog. I want that thing to clap. I want that exhaust to hit. I want that thing to fucking do gnarly burnouts. I want that car to haul ass, sound good. You know what I'm saying? It's an American car. It's got to do cool shit. And yeah, it's gonna be hard to film in the rain. But so, anyways, the tires in the car. So I traded this guy wheels and tires that the car originally came with for the Grand National wheels. And the plan for this car is to do like a Grand National clone style vehicle. And he happened to have those wheels for sale. I traded them up. Boom, that's how it worked out. The tires were fine, but then just sitting here, they just literally all 4 tires all bloomed and like shredded themselves just sitting out there. So they all got flat, they all died. All the valve stems were like literally started falling apart when I started touching the wheels and shit. And I'm just like, fucking hell, you know what I'm saying? So I had some Honda semi-slicks, or like 200 tread wear tires, maybe like 140 tread wear tires, whatever, that I had bought from somebody local and like that races the Miata spec class shit. And at first I bought them, I'm like, yeah man, I'm gonna rock these tires on like a secondary set of wheels for the Honda Civic, and then like if I ever go to the track, I'll use those tires. Man, I started looking at them tires and just looking at the whole bullshit. I'm like, man, these fucking things ain't gonna do shit. Standard tires off a fucking regular car would work better, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. But I couldn't like toss them. I paid money for them, and I'm like, well, there's still a 15-inch wheel that'll still, I mean, it's still a 15-inch tire that'll still, if I ever kill a tire or some shit and it pops and I can't fix it, I can put those on there real quick. Or like my trailer tires use the same size tire on my open trailer. I actually use car tires on it. That's how I get it so low to the ground, so I could get, you know, well, shit like this on there, you know what I'm saying? So I just had the tires and I'm like, man, fuck, what am I gonna do? I gotta move this car, like what am I gonna do? Well, I just put them tires on there. It just sucks because like one of the tires, like they had no purpose anymore, but it just like this car, the factory tires have a lot of sidewall, so now this car is a lot lower to the ground, which kind of sucks. And in doing so, when I use the excavator to pull it out of there's actually a concrete pad that the Z's sitting on, and as soon as the frame got off the concrete pad, it got stuck because the car's not slammed obviously, but the frame just got stuck because like the dirt kind of fucking dips down in that one zone, and the excavator, it wouldn't fucking pull it out, you know what I'm saying? Like you think like, oh, this little mini excavator's got tracks and like all this stuff. Man, them little tracks slip up the fucking ground, you know what I'm saying? They'll tear up the ground like a motherfucker when you don't want it to, but then when you want it to tear up the ground and dig in and fucking like do work, they don't do it. Like it's really weird, so stupid. Also the excavator, I don't think it weighs that much, so like, you know what I'm saying, like there's that too, right? But you know, we just yanked, I had to pull, so I did it off camera because I knew that it was going to be a lot of like back and forth and like shoveling this and moving this and pulling that out. Like I had to move the Z kind of like out and over to the side a little bit, and I ended up dragging it and then pulling this car over here, freeing up the space, cleaning up the zone, which, you know, whatever. And the problem also lately is that every time I've been filming, if you've been noticing lately in some of the videos, I'm further away from the camera, And it's not because I'm like, oh, I just want this whole big shot, right? It's because if I can't have the camera outside in the sun, it dies in like a minute. The sun overheats it instantly. And then once it overheats, even if I cool the camera back down, the warning code for it pops up, and it's just like, yeah. And I'm like, even after it's cooled down, it's like, yeah, we're still too hot. It like doesn't like reset itself, so I have to turn the camera off, turn it back on, then it does its whole thing again. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like trying to work, trying to film, trying to do the videos for you guys and shit, right? So if I'm working like outside, I have to put the camera in the shade, or like, for example, when I was working on the S13 right here, I had to put the camera inside the building out of the sun so I could work out here. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the reason why like the videos lately have been a little bit funny, but also inside the building too, it's actually so hot that it's been killing the camera like off the top. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been having to keep a fan, instead of it being on me, on the camera instead, which is like, in my opinion, that's absolutely fucking wild. You know what I mean? So meanwhile, I'm trying to work over here in fucking 110 degree metal steel building, and I gotta keep the fan on this camera to make sure it doesn't overheat, to make sure I can record the video. You know what I'm saying? And I do have another little camera that I did try for a little while. Yeah, it's too loud in here. I do have another camera, and I did try it for a while, but the problem is that the audio with the program that I use for editing, for some reason the audio seems to not sync up for shit. And then now the audio's off, it's delayed by half a second, 1 second, whatever the case is. So if I'm talking to you like this, then all of a sudden it's just like I'm talking and then the words come out after, you know what I'm saying? I've also been noticing too that I've been doing the meta glasses thing sometimes, and for some reason either the meta glasses need an update or some shit, or something else might be the case. But like, even when I film with the meta glasses, sometimes the video file gets corrupted, or at least according to the program I'm using, it gets corrupted, which I think is kind of strange, only because like I can watch the video files no problem, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yo, how's it corrupted if I can watch this shit, you know what I mean? So I know what you're thinking. Sounds like I need to get a new video program, and you're probably right, probably do, but we are not there at this time. You know what I'm saying? This is where we're at. So if you're watching my videos, that's kind of the reason for why some of it's been the way it's been visually. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it, I still doing my thing like normal, you know what I'm saying? Boom, whatever. But I'm trying to get it a little bit more. It's been a little bit of a struggle and more of a challenge lately than anything else, because they constantly overheat. It's a little bit crazy, but I even thought about drilling holes in the back of this, I don't know, casing or whatever, just so that way it could breathe better, or like potentially dissipate heat easier. But I don't know if that's actually a good idea, because I'm pretty sure it's super thin casing. There's a lot of circuitry behind here. So like, I'm sure I'll just end up drilling a hole in it and then just destroying the camera and then having no camera, which I don't want. So, whatever, boom. But yeah, so she's all wrapped up here. I need her here because, like I said, I have to take this whole structure apart, and I got to redo it so it actually, benefits me, versus it's just being this big ass wood bullshit. That's basically a popsicle stand. Let's go over there. Fuck it. Let's just go over there. We're already outside. We're already in the rain. Might as well already go over there and talk about some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the end of the video too. So shut the fuck up. Watch this shit, little dog. Come on. But anyways, gotta cut the grass around here again. Got my excavator raining. Got a little tarped up. Don't want the machinery to get fucked up, but you know what I'm saying? Boom. Right? So anyways, originally I built this, right? Which obviously it's very open structure. It's, like I said, it's a popsicle stand with a couple braces, a couple bullshit, try to spend like the minimal amount of money possible. And originally I took this 20 by 16 tarp and just threw it over here. And that was because I didn't have the shop yet, and I was working out of the garage constantly, or like on the driveway slope, and I just got like really over that. Every time it rained, I had my little tent. Every time it rained, that tent ain't doing shit. It's now, and one day the wind picked it up and dragged it down the driveway. Now it's got holes in it and shit, so like it's even worse than it was before. Hold up. Bam. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Trying to still keep you guys clean and neat, you know what I'm saying? Had to check to see if you're still working too. But anyways, I need to actually strip this Z because the Z is a parts car, obviously. And I want to pull the rear end out of it and do a whole bunch of shit. But then I had this crazy thought. Now I put this over here so that way when I start taking this down, originally I thought this car would actually roll kind of easy, but it doesn't because the steering wheel is locked and I need to disconnect the steering column or the column from the rack or something so I can actually turn the wheels. But I thought this car would roll a lot easier, which it did not roll as easy as that car. That car actually rolled pretty damn good. So like, I'm like, oh, with this car like this, I'll be able to like by myself just push it back, do what I gotta do, push it back forward on the slab, no big deal. But that's not really the case. This thing don't roll for shit. Now, it's a parts car, and my plan is to strip the car, sell all the parts that I don't need, keep whatever parts I need for my wife's car, which is like not too many, but a couple of them for sure. You know, I got like a steering crack, steering column, random shit, whatever. This car's got interior pieces and like, you know, random shit. It's obviously not a really good car, but still has a good windshield in it, has decent doors. I'm sure you door banger guys out there at Orlando Speed World could probably use some doors, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna strip it down, whatever, boom. I was gonna pull the whole end out of it, sell it and shit, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Then I had a thought. What if I take this car and I cut it here and I cut it there and I turn it into a trailer, and then I sell you guys a trailer, or somebody, anybody, I don't know, whatever the case is. I think that's kind of fucking cool, depending on the condition of the rear end and shit like that. But I might just do that. I might just fucking turn the back half of that car into a trailer, because man, let's be real, that's cool as fuck. Imagine having a 350Z fucking trailer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the wheels and all that kind of bullshit there, but like, man, that's kind of fucking tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We'll see. Add that to my list of things to do on top of my already shitload of lists to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much shit. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I will, maybe I won't. It's easier to fucking just sell the parts off the car, you know what I'm saying, than anything else, which is likely what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that's where we're at with that shit, you know what I'm saying? Kind of hope you guys enjoy this video. I don't kind of hope enjoy. I hope you enjoy this motherfucking video. I'm out here just doing a damn thing, like, dang, you know what I'm saying? And as we keep going forward, like I said, I think I said it in the last video, but I'm not sure. I plan on, the 3 cars I plan on working mainly on is my silver Civic, which if you haven't seen it, which I'm sure you have because you watch the channel, is this one right here. That's getting the motor swap. That's somewhere way back there. That's the last video. See me do that. The plan is to be working on this car, the S13, the green one right over there. Bam, you see that thing, shout it? Right though, you know what I'm talking about. And very importantly, the waffle Civic, that guy right over there. That's kind of like what that's the plans anyway, to be working on those 3 cars, because those are top priority, you know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna front with you. We got a couple things coming up, and I gotta work on this. That car's been mad at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, this car's mad at me. This car needs a little bit more love. I got some more parts for this car. I wanna try to take care of a few extra things on that. Let me shut this fan off right here. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. Got 2 fans. Hold on, dog. Oh yeah, there's the motor for silver car right over there. So if you're not a subscriber to the channel, we do everything, dog. We're working on all kinds of things, you know what I'm saying? Gotta fix this car still. Still haven't figured out exactly how I plan on fixing this car just yet. It's a potentially simple fix. Hopefully it's as easy as it could possibly be, but if you don't know, I hit a deer in my fucking lowrider. Sick. And it's like, oh yeah, like a little fender bender, but like the hood shifted over, the fender's pushed back, can't even open the driver's door. It wrinkled the core support in this area. Like, it's a little bit more damage than just replacing body panels. So like, if I got lucky, I could unbolt these panels and just paint the other ones and just put them on there. Hopefully that's the case. If that's the case, that's gonna be fucking great for me, you know what I'm saying? So like, we'll see, you know what I mean? We'll see. So let me go back into the light so I can talk to you over here. Anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. These are the things we're doing. We're always working on something. Something's always going on. Everything's tight, everything's right. And, you know, we're just going as far as we can, what we got, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully in the future, I can get like a videographer to record film and also edit videos. That way, it'll free me up from, I just want to change my video style, you know what I'm saying? I want to change the way I've been doing the videos, you know what I'm saying? I want to do it nicer, cooler, better, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So like, and I know me personally, it already takes me a long time to like to edit videos as it is. And like my videos, in my opinion, are rather simple. But even then I have like several hours of footage to you know, go through and shit. So like it takes me a while to like, takes me several hours to edit every video, you know what I'm saying, every week. But part of the gig, you know what I'm saying, you gotta pay to play, you know what I'm saying, you get cost of floss, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope you guys stick around for more shit. If you haven't seen on Instagram, I did a burnout in this car here in the shop. Tight. That car's upset at me for sure. That car was only spinning up first gear. Didn't want no part of second gear. And then, what else? Yeah. I'll try to throw like the little bit of the burnout clip at the end of this video if I remember. And it runs and it runs good and it's not like a problem, but like, I don't know, I feel like it's missing power somewhere. Like I'm missing like 30 fucking horsepower or something. Like, it's really weird. It doesn't feel as crisp as it should. Also, to be fair, I think I've only driven this car once this year. So the gas is probably old as shit and probably running not so great. So I probably got to put a little bit better gas in it and do some shit like that. It's probably realistically what it is, but she ate up a battery, which is right there. And then I had another battery, which actually came out of another Civic. So the Civic battery in there now. And that battery I put in there was also not in good shape because I burned it up, but like it was in better shape than that battery. So like she's got to something kills the battery in that car pretty fucking bad. Because I bought a OEM Nissan battery. It's been working for a couple years, and they're actually not bad. They're kind of cheap considering what you're getting, but they're fucking huge though. Like this battery is bigger than my Optima in here, and the Optima battery that's in this car is actually for one of these. So it's like, and it's the Optima battery is still smaller than that shit. Matter of fact, we got a Nissan battery in here. We got something in there, but like, to be fair, battery draining is not that great. You already know how it goes, you know what I'm saying? So stick around, man. We got a video every week, usually every Thursday. Last, I think 2 weeks because I went on vacation, kind of fucked up my schedule a little bit, but still try to stay on point as much as humanly possible. I'm gonna try to experiment on some new things. We'll see how that goes, you know what I'm saying? So stick around, check a lot of cool shit out. And just like I said, always in life, remember to stay sucker free. You heard?